Hello the Pioneer viewers, we continue to bring you all the hot developments regarding the Russia-Ukraine war. As you know, the war continues in full violence. The parties continue their mutual attacks. Periods of war force managers to make critical decisions. Using the country's resources and sending manpower to the front is the work of a strong will. There is no room for weakness in state administration, and it is a serious business. Everything has to be planned, otherwise the adversities encountered will lead to great weakness. Russia's invasion plan against Ukraine seems to have been miscalculated in all respects. The war that Russia launched under the name of Special Military Operation is not going as it wanted. Faced with the determined resistance of the Ukrainian army, Russia faced difficulties as its plans did not work out. In the current situation, it is losing blood every day. The Ukrainian army is destroying the resources and weapons that are important for the Russian army with strong counterattack operations. Economic sanctions and embargoes against Russia are putting pressure on the Russian economy. Russia's war losses are also squeezing Russia economically. The Ukrainian army prefers to conduct strategic operations against Russian targets. Applying an impact-oriented method, the Ukrainian army continues to get positive results. In the operation carried out by the Ukrainian army in the past days, a great gain was achieved. The Ukrainian army destroyed a state-of-the-art Russian weapon. Critical information shared by the Ukrainian army after the operation revealed the importance of the destroyed weapon for the Russian army. While the Ukrainian army continues its attacks, on the other hand, it continues its preparations against the Russian threat. A strong line of resistance is being established against the possibility of a new wave of attacks by the Russian army from the Kharkiv region. The Ukrainian army has proven its success in defense. For this reason, the strengthening of the Ukrainian defense day by day makes the Russian army uneasy. Now, if you are ready, let's examine the latest developments together. As the Pioneer, we continue to inform you about the developments in the Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. I also read all your comments on our videos. Please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comments. Tell us in the comments what content you would like to see on the Pioneer channel. Let's start if you are ready. The Pioneer reports. Ukrainian soldiers have destroyed a state-of-the-art Russian radar system, according to a report and video released by the Ukrainian Special Forces. The breathtaking operation of the Ukrainian army was recorded in real time and made public. The Kiev administration has been publicizing images of the battle scenes. Implementing a strong and effective communication policy, the Kiev administration has been relaying all information about the war process without interruption. The latest Ukrainian attack, like its predecessors, was successfully communicated to the public. Experts say that Kiev's communication strategy is quite effective. According to social media posts published by the Special Operations Forces, part of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the Russian mobile radar station Kasta 2E2 was targeted and destroyed by Ukrainian forces during an air reconnaissance mission the other day. Following the operation, Ukrainian authorities shared footage of the moments of the operation. The shared video shows Ukrainian drones in the sky targeting the Kasta station from above, with different angles showing a missile being attached and causing a large ball of smoke. A large ball of smoke rises from the target after the Ukrainian drone strike. Our operators inflicted major damage to the Russian radar, which is one of the latest developments recently put into service, Ukrainian officials said in a social media post about the successful targeting. The text also included a warning to the Russian military. According to the warning, Ukrainian attacks will continue. According to Ukrainian sources, in February, Ukraine's Geese 9 group destroyed the same Russian radar station near the Russian border. The Kasta model is described as a multi-purpose radar model designed by Ukrainian special forces to control airspace, determine coordinates and recognize air targets, including those flying at extremely low altitudes. Ukraine said the Kasta radar system was first detected in Russian-occupied Luhansk Oblast in 2021 as a means for Russia to counter drones. Ironically, however, the enemy station's vehicles have recently become the target of attack drones of Ukrainian special forces, the officials added. The radar systems used by the Russian military to destroy Ukrainian drones are being destroyed by Ukraine in turn. The Kasta 2E2 foot model, manufactured by a Moscow-based aerospace and defense company, is described by the company as a low-altitude 3D omnidirectional standby radar. It provides traffic information for fixed and rotary-wing aircraft as well as remotely piloted aircraft and cruise missiles. The CASTA system is used in air and coastal defense, border control, and control around airports. Experts said CASTA's relatively short-range and low-level air surveillance indicates that it is likely operating further back from the front line and without much associated support or defensive elements. Ukraine's widespread use of relatively small, inexpensive drones, which the CASTA system is probably better suited to detect, makes the destruction of this radar a good operational support for Ukrainian forces in the region, they said. Another good news for Ukraine came from Hollanda. While the Ukrainian army was waiting for 24 F-16 fighter jets to arrive, the Netherlands did a great job. The Dutch have given Ukraine the green light to strike targets inside Russia, like other countries providing fighter jets to Ukraine. Dutch Defense Minister Kajsa Ollongren said, "We will apply the same principle that we apply to all other capability deliveries when we deliver to Ukraine, and the use will be entirely up to the Ukrainian army." While the Ukrainian army continues its struggle, it also continues to share information about the war process. The Kyiv army, which wants to increase its war gains and clear the occupied territories in the coming days, is preparing hard. The data shared by Kyiv is largely in line with the data shared by observer organizations in European countries. According to the latest statistics from the Kyiv army, in the past 2 days Russia has lost 39 tanks, 55 armored personnel carriers and 153 vehicles of various other types, including fuel tanks. Moscow has also reportedly lost 96 artillery systems. While the losses of the Russian army are increasing day by day, the Ukrainian army continues its offensive. How do you assess the operation against the state-of-the-art Russian radar destroyed by the Ukrainian army? What do you think about the Russian army's state-of-the-art radar system? How do you assess the Russian army's combat losses? How do you assess the Ukrainian army's offensive and defensive performance? How do you interpret the Dutch official's statement? We care about your opinion. Please share it with us.